it's a good decision that I'm asked to kickstart the speeches. I noticed the presence of Right Honorable Walter, an MP from West Flanders here, Mr. President of the Nyoma community, my colleague, Counsellor, Head of Chancery from the Embassy, Mr. Nweke, my dear friends that have accompanied me to this occasion this evening, Honorable Waziri and Mr. Mohammed, and of course the Chief Celebrant, Mr. Nweke, fellow compatriots, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would want to say how very highly pleased I am to be with you tonight at this very, very important epoch-making ceremony marking the appointment of one of our own, Mr. Nweke, as Counsellor for Social Affairs in this part of the kingdom. The Master of Ceremony has indeed made my job very, very simple by going into the details of it. So my own is just to rise, to be seen, and of course for me to see the rest of you so that in case we meet elsewhere, we'll be able to socialize as much as is possible. But I must stress one fact. He has said quite a lot of things about Mr. Nweke, and this, I would want to pick up on that. Mr. Nweke has been a very, very good product of Nigeria here, not only in Belgium or in Austin, but in the entire continent of Europe, because you know very well indeed, before this time, he was Secretary General of the Nigerian Diaspora organization, NIDO Europe, during which occasion actually he did a lot for our country, and actually it was in the process of that clarion call to national duty that I came very close to Mr. Nweke. And ever since then, I've been following his footsteps. And having come to grips with the fact that he is somebody that can perform, he's somebody that you can depend on, and he's somebody that you can trust, I did my very best to also ensure that he is one of the very few Nigerians that I brought very close to work with me in the embassy as an honorary advisor, and to work with us anytime we have such important occasions, such as the National Day celebration, to which he and other Nigerians of repute here had participated, and they did us a lot of proud, because you would recall very well indeed, last time we celebrated our National Day independence, it was unprecedented, it was first of its type, and it was marked in a very, very, very grand manner, and everybody was happy with it. At the end of the day, all of us as Nigerians, we were equally very, very happy with that. So I thank you, Mr. Collins, for your participation. And not only in that, we are engaging you to date in doing so many things for the embassy. So it is because of that now I want to make a copious reference to what was said by the Master of Ceremony. The world is changing very, very fast. The world is changing very, very fast in such a way that it is becoming increasingly globalized. Migrants, indigenous people need each other to build each other's country. We've seen many things. Next door in France, Sarkozy is today the President of the Republic. Up there, across the Atlantic, Barack Obama is the President of the United States of America. And today, Mr. Nweke, for the first time, is a councillor in this very, very unique part of Belgium. And it doesn't in any way stop us from having him one day as the President of the Kingdom or Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Belgium. It's quite special. So the thing is, I now try to borrow from two great leaders. Mr. Barack Obama in the United States, the answer is simple. Yes, we can. If he can do it, we can also do it. That's Mr. Jonathan Backo. Somebody, a commoner from a very humble background, is today the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without any extraordinary backing. And he's telling everybody his story. So if he can do it, every other person too can do it. So it is in this respect that I would want to conclude my speech by telling all of you, the sky stands to be the limit. All we want, His Excellency, Mr. Usman Baraya, is not the only ambassador of Nigeria and Belgium. As a matter of fact, all of you are. And if I could become one, you all can. It all depends on the ways and manners you go about doing your things. You are all ambassadors of Nigeria in your own right. If you play the game accordingly, you do things positively, the difference between you and I maybe is only the title that I take and maybe the small salary that I take from Nigeria. That will only be the difference. But you all are ambassadors of Nigeria in your own right. But if you do it the other way around, which I must tell you, compared to other places in the world, all of you in Belgium and in Luxembourg, as far as I am concerned, and as far as my assessment of all of you is concerned, you're doing extremely well. Because 95% of the cases are all positive. We don't have the bad ones among us. Yes. So I want you to keep on doing what you are doing. If you keep doing what you are doing, definitely we would have cause to go to all the nooks and crannies of Belgium, celebrating one of us from one time to another in the same way we are doing it for Mr. Nweke today. So with these few remarks, I beg to rest my case, to assure you that if you behave positively like you've been doing, stay rest assured of my participation, of the participation of the embassy, to ensure that we do everything together. Today, like you are fully aware, is a special day for the Federal Republic. I must see the opportunity before winding up what I'm doing. Elections are going on back home. Elections of unprecedented dimension. First of its kind in the history of Nigeria. First of its kind in the sense that it is rancor-free, kata-kata-free, and with the best of intentions is among the very best. So far, so good. So I want you, all of you, to join us in praying for the very best for our country. For the Lord of mercy to choose the very best for us so that our country can end up in its rightful place in the Committee of Nations. It is because of that, and you can imagine, ordinarily, I wouldn't want anything that would distance me from my house, because in my house, I have all the state-of-the-art gadgets that will make me feel as if I were in Nigeria, for me to monitor the results, for me to see what is going on live in Nigeria, but because I attach a lot of importance to what our people do in Belgium and to what our serious gentlemen do in Belgium, that I decided to take hours off to come here. And now, having been given the opportunity to speak once, I would want to tell you also, with your kind indulgence, after my speech, after having a drink or two, it will be time for me to go back home and monitor the development, political development back home, so that I will be in a position tomorrow, if you telephone me, to tell you what the results are. I thank you very much indeed, and God bless. Thank you.
God bless you too.